Yep. You can
There
hear
you
me?
are, man. How you doing?
I'm good, man.
Appreciate you coming on, hang out with the NFL all day community, man, and making it work on such a quick notice. Oh, did we just lose him again? Invite him back up. You still hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, there you are.
For
You
some reason, you're a little quiet.
a little quiet. I can turn myself up for you. Is this better?
Yeah, that's better.
Okay. And if you need to, if you're on a desktop, you can right click my name, and there's user volume. You can adjust it, make it go up a little bit if you need to.
I got you.
All right, cool, man. All right, we'll get kicked off. For you guys that don't know, this is Osa Odighizuwa. Hope I pronounced that right.
Yep.
Defensive tackle for the Cowboys. Had an amazing rookie year, and he's looking to continue to be a reckoning force on the Cowboys pass rush heading into his sophomore season. Osa, again, thank you so much, man, for coming back and joining us. Sorry about the tech delays yesterday, but we're gonna make it happen today.
No, it's all good, and I'm in a much better spot too. So I don't think the signal or anything should be an issue.
Cool, man. Cool, man. Well, let's rock it. One thing we like to start off with all of our athletes is learn about your football journey. So if you could just tell us how you started playing and why, and what positions did you like best?
So I started playing when I was 12. I was always interested. Like we would play two man touch, but just couldn't play earlier than that because they would have you buy your gear instead of loan it out, and we couldn't afford that. So my first year playing football was my brother's freshman year at UCLA. So I knew he was a D end, and I knew I was going to get that big, so I was a D end. But then I also wanted the ball, so I figured being a fullback would probably be like the best thing.
Mm-hmm. Nah, cool, man. And it's cool to see how learning from your brother transitioned to now being a stud yourself on the defensive line. We also know that you were a superstar wrestler in high school, in addition to starting on the football field. What was it about wrestling that you enjoyed the most? And did you have any thought of trying to pursue that in college as well? Or were you just focused on playing football at the collegiate level?
I did want to pursue it in college, but I knew it'd probably be hard to do two contact sports like football and then wrestling like right back to back.
Right.
So I figured I'd have to choose one, and football was the one that I wanted to choose. Wrestling was just a lot of fun. I started doing wrestling first, and that was kind of the thing that I started to like see a little bit more success in early on.
Mm-hmm.
Like wrestling was always fun just because like I was good at it. You know what I mean? I was never like more like a finesse guy. Like basketball wasn't my thing. I was like clumsy, but wrestling was like a little bit of an equalizer because like I was strong.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I'm gonna share. I found some wrestling highlights on YouTube, um, and I watched them yesterday. And a few of us in the community have watched it, and you're a stud. Like it's one thing going to college D1 to play football at a prestigious school, but to also just be a beast in wrestling at the state level. Like that's not easy, man. So respect to you. And I've never wrestled, but I can't imagine it's an easy sport. So
Thank you. It's
so
very hard.
and
But if it's gonna do one thing, it's gonna turn you just like if you can really pursue and like dedicate yourself to being good at it, like it's just gonna be able to change you
mm-hmm.
mentally, you know?
You think that translates a lot to the football field with the mental aspect of wrestling?
For sure.
Yeah. I imagine it has to. So guys, check it out. I just posted in the OSA AMA channel. Please take a look and show your respects to OSA for the beast wrestler that he is. And you did have a great career at UCLA, making the impact all 4 seasons, and you were there. And you're also named first team All Pac-12 your senior year. Do you have any favorite memories from your college days that you like to share? And also, how has UCLA shaped you into who you become today?
You know? I feel like being like stepping into a leadership role at UCLA just helped me grow as a player because you know when you're being a leader, the best way to do it is leading by example.
Mm-hmm.
So like just making sure I was on point and just like if I'm gonna be someone who's relied on by the team, you know what I mean? It just made me like want to go that much harder.
Right.
So I think that was probably one of the things that helped shape me the most.
Absolutely, yeah. And do you have any favorite memories there, whether it was just road trips with the boys or a certain bowl game or anything?
All the games were super fun. The touchdown probably my favorite football memory though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's gonna be hard to top that, honestly. But with that, we'll transition to the NFL again for you guys that just joined. Osa's coming off an impressive rookie campaign for the Dallas Cowboys and heading into a sophomore season. So, Osa, now that's been a bit over a year since you were drafted by the Cowboys. Does anything stand out to you in your memories when you look back at your pre-draft and draft day experiences?
You said that one more time?
Yeah, no problem. I'm just asking, do you have any standout memories when you look back at your pre-draft and draft day experiences?
Um, I mean, there's just a lot of paperwork. I feel like the Senior Bowl was probably the most fun part of the pre-draft.
Mm-hmm. I love how you go with paperwork. That definitely can't be a fun part of the whole draft experience. Is that
That's
something?
like my least favorite part of
And
the
that's
whole thing is
something.
paperwork
Yeah, for
because everyone
sure.
has their own player intake sheet where you have to fill out all your personal information, and it's all the same thing, but everyone has their own, so you got to do the same thing a bunch of times, and then
And
there
that,
are little psych evals too.
yeah, I imagine it can't be too fun. And as a bunch of fans in here, that's something we don't think of when we think of the pre-draft and draft day experiences. Is the paperwork that comes with it. It's not as easy as just getting a phone call from Jerry Jones saying you're a Cowboy. Um, like you said with the Senior Bowl,
A lot that
there's a
goes into
lot that
that.
goes into it.
I said
Um,
there's a lot that goes into that. They do their homework.
oh, I bet, and I'm sure the combine you saw the homework that the teams put in when evaluating you guys. So, um,
Our combine was a little different because it was COVID,
oh,
so
that's
I didn't end up
right.
going to Indiana.
Yeah, yeah. So what was that like? It being a COVID year.
It was just like a medical exam. The way I saw it, I was like, it's kind of, although the combine was fun and planned, I did tweak my hamstring a little bit, like right after the Senior Bowl.
Oh
So
man,
it
yeah.
ended up working out for me because I tweaked my hamstring twice during training. So it was just, I probably wouldn't have had the best showing at the combine, anyways.
Mm-hmm. And looking back, it looks like it all worked out for you, man. You're in an amazing position, and it's cool to see you be going your sophomore year as a leader on the Cowboys already. That's so awesome. So, when you were drafted, was Jerry Jones the one that gave you the call, or was it another executive on the team?
I didn't even know it was Jerry Jones at first because it was so loud. Like my agent was right there. We're in the bar, like because we'd have the thing rented out just to have like all my family in there and whatnot.
Amazing, yeah.
And I had a fried pickle in my hand
No.
that I just dipped in ranch. And like they called me, and I looked at the phone, and
Yeah.
I looked at my agent. We both saw this from Dallas, and I ate the fried pickle. And I answered the phone, and then like before we could even like I could even start talking to them. Like everyone was cheering and screaming, so I didn't even really know like who it was that I was talking to. Like
Yeah.
I heard Jerry's voice, and then I think I heard the D line coach's voice, but I didn't know it was Jerry that I was talking to because I didn't hear him say his name.
That's got to be one of the best draft day stories we've had yet in the NFL day community. And I imagine it has to be tough. Like you're not really thinking of the words they're saying because you're just overwhelmed in like the environment you're in. Like this is the day you dreamed of. You have all your close loved ones there hyping you up, and it's just loud. Like it's hard to focus really on who's talking and what they're saying. You're just like, what is happening with my life right now? But respect to you for finishing the fried pickle, man. That's awesome. So, Osa, how would you sum up your rookie year experience in the NFL now that you can look back on it? And do you have a specific favorite part that stands out?
Like took it all in, to be honest. It was a lot to take in,
I bet, yeah.
but it was just a ton of fun. You know what I mean? Like this is the most games that I've ever won as a football player
Oh wow, yeah.
ever. Like, and it's not like it just doesn't even have anything to do with the amount of games that we played because like we still could have lost all those games and I could be in the same place that I was in terms of wins. But like this is like the most games that I ever won
No, of
in my
course, yeah.
football career. So it was a lot of fun doing that because I learned the hard way that like winning isn't the only rewarding part of football,
Oh, true,
but
yeah.
it's like definitely the most rewarding part of football because you're not doing it just to go out there and lose. You know what I mean?
Right.
You're not sweating your ass off. You're not blood, sweat, tearing over it all to go out there and lose.
Mm-hmm.
So like being on the winning team was amazing.
No, I bet. And winning definitely is awesome and losing sucks, but it's cool that in your college and I guess high school days you get the losing part hopefully out of the way. And learning from that. So it's amazing to just learn your rookie year, but to win and learn, it's kind of like the cherry on top, right? So best of luck going
Yeah.
into the second season, man. And is there anything you're most
And
looking
then
forward to?
also like Cowboys Nation is amazing. You know what I mean? Like having a fan base like that is crazy, you
Yeah,
know? like
Well,
which is like completely different experience than UCLA's is, you know.
no, for sure. And I got to pause real quick because I'm looking at the AMA chat, Osa, and it's a lot of Cowboys Nation shout outs saying them boys and Cowboys Nation, but also a lot of shout outs to Fried Pickles. So you're getting a lot of love from the
Shout
NFL
out to
community.
Fried Pickles.
That's amazing. And I like I mentioned yesterday, am an Eagles fan, but I have been to Dallas for a
Ooh,
game, and the fan base is phenomenal. Honestly, kind of hard to say, but I just had to put respect on their name because first off, they're just so passionate, but also they were just so kind and loving, even to us Eagles
and I
fans.
just
So,
also don't care.
yeah, I love it, man. So, is there anything you're most looking forward to going into your second NFL season?
Just a lot of plays I feel like were left out of there. Like, you know what I mean? Like a lot of plays that I could have made were left on the table last year. So just looking to improve on that and then also create more opportunities for myself to be productive this year.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of that's where I'm at, you know? And that's one of the things I'm looking forward to being able to do. And just another year with the guys, like it's a lot of the same guys again, playing under the same coaches.
Mm-hmm.
So starting to feel more homey and just like, you know,
No,
deeper
yeah.
connection to what we got going on.
No, absolutely. And I imagine that chemistry has to be very important in the locker room and on the field. And you guys have a good squad. You guys are all coming back together. I'm scared to see what you guys do on the field, man, but also excited for you. Are there any games on the Cowboys schedule this year that you're most excited about?
Um I mean, we play some good teams. Like we're playing the Bucks again, which I'm super excited about.
Mm-hmm.
And we play the Bengals, the Super Bowl team right there. Super excited. That's the kind that I love.
Yep.
Um, the Rams, the Packers. There's a lot
A
of
lot.
exciting
Yep.
games that we have this year.
Absolutely. And you have your NFC East rivalries. It's almost like every week you have a game circled on your calendar. In that Buccaneers game,
Exactly.
you're going to be looking to get Brady, I guess, right?
You said what?
The Buccaneers game, you're going to be looking to go after Brady.
I mean, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that would definitely be a story you could just carry your whole life. That a lot of people can't say they've sacked Tom Brady, so that'd be definitely special. So
Yeah.
we have a question from Costanza on our Discord. He wants to know what it's like working with defensive coordinator Dan Quinn, and how does his coaching style compare to the other coaches you have had?
He's just great. He's a great coach. He really knows the defense. So I mean, like he's a D coordinator. It's his defense. You know what I mean? But he's just good at giving us the information, and like the process is so detailed that like a lot of things will take care of themselves if you're just in the meetings, you're paying attention. They're giving you so much information and scouting tips that you can take,
Mm-hmm.
right? So they're like, this is what we're seeing, and then once you take those like from the meeting, you take your notes and then you go watch film. Like it's pretty easy to see like the tendencies of the other team. So like he does a really good job of giving us that info.
Mm-hmm.
That way we can start to build our anticipational keys and stuff like that throughout the week, and we can start to practice it like ASAP. You
No,
know?
no, that sounds like the most ideal coach ever, in my opinion. Making sure he's prepping you guys for what you need, so you can go out there and have success week in and week out. So
Exactly.
cool to see you got Dan Quinn back. Seems like an amazing guy to work under, man, and happy for you there. So one last question
Yeah.
before we jump into NFL all day. Outside of winning a Super Bowl, what are some of your biggest goals for your football career, both on and off the field?
Um, I mean, on the field, I want to be able to be one of the best. So
Mm-hmm.
playing at a high level, making Pro Bowls, going all pro. These are things that I dream about, and I am writing on my list of goals and things that
Mm-hmm.
I'm pursuing and working towards. So those for sure. Obviously, signing a second contract is something that I want to be able to do and be able to make that generational wealth and change my family's life forever.
Absolutely, yeah.
Um, be able to give back off the field and just potentially, just working on starting a foundation.
That's
We got
brilliant.
501c3 status, so just using that and taking the time to be able to just give back and pay it forward. Recognizing that I'm not self-made and I didn't get here by myself. So taking the sacrifice given to me to be able to get here,
Mm-hmm.
and paying that forward for sure.
That was an amazing answer, and you just seem like the
And
most
then having a great time
yeah,
doing the
man.
whole thing.
It seems like you got your priorities straight for sure, man, and we appreciate what you're doing for the community. It's amazing what you're doing for your family, man, and you truly are making a difference on and off the field. So it's so cool to see and hear. So,
Thank you.
yeah, transitioning real quick to NFL All Day. We have a few questions here, Osa. Then we'll let you go. How did you first hear about NFL All Day, and were you involved in the Web3 or NFT space at all before being onboarded onto NFL All Day?
I heard about NFL all day through Dior,
Mm-hmm.
good friend of my agents, and then I ended up meeting him, talking to him, and that was some. And I was my brother is pretty into crypto, so learned a lot about stuff like that through him this year, and then kind of just also was all happening at the same time as me meeting Dior,
Yep.
which was piquing my interest. So was trying to get involved
No, man. We're so lucky to have you,
and make
man.
some bread. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
really
No, I mean,
trying to
I think you're
like
speaking
if
for everyone in the chat when you say that. They're all hoping for that too, man. And it's just cool to see that
like
the NFL is getting to the Web3 space for sure. And we're again lucky to have you. I did look your collection. I saw you were repping Cedric Wilson. I believe it was a pass moment. Was there any reason why you specifically went for Cedric Wilson's moment?
uh say that one more time.
I looked at your NFL All Day collection and saw you had a Cedric Wilson moment. It was, I believe, when he threw a pass. Was there any specific reason why you wanted to get Cedric Wilson's moment?
Oh, because I mean, like our offense was good. It was a lot of fun to watch. You know what I mean, from the sideline, and seeing that was dope.
Mm-hmm. No, I mean it's not every day you
It's just
see.
like being there and actually seeing it, and then I'm like, oh, cool, this is available. Let me get that.
Yeah, no, for sure, and I think that's the coolest thing from a player's perspective is, like you said, you're on the sidelines, but you're still a part of that team, and that's a core memory you had this past season, and so now you can go on NFL All Day and collect that and have that forever. So it's so cool,
Yeah,
and then, again, it's not every day you see a receiver throw a bomb like that. So shout out to Cedric.
yeah. I'd be
That
lit for the offense on the sidelines, bro. Like
yeah.
for real.
Yeah, it was impressive, and I mean your whole offense this year was impressive. So, um, a lot of cool Cowboys offensive moments on the platform for sure. So what does make you excited about NFL All Day from a player's perspective?
I think it's cool to be able to have your moments like this as an NFT and just kind of use that to share the experience with people. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean?
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I think what you're doing here and connecting with, there's so many Cowboys fans in chat that can now say, "Yo, I had like a cool little AMA with Osa Odighizuwa today," and like a lot of people can't say that. So appreciate you coming, supporting Cowboys Nation and NFL a day by hopping in here, man. And it's just another opportunity for you guys to connect with your community and your fans. So so cool to see.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And if you could choose any moment from NFL history to become an NFL All Day moment, what would it be?
Probably my first sack.
Yeah, I mean that would be a dream, and I will speak to Dior and the team. We'll be watching you closely your sophomore year to make sure you get that all day moment. What about a
Yeah,
player
I
outside
appreciate
of
you.
yourself?
You said what?
What about a player outside of yourself to have a moment? It could be a
Game winning
Cowboys.
sack by Aaron Donald.
What's that?
Game winning sack by Aaron Donald in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, and that Aaron Donald's someone you look up to, I assume, just arguably the best defensive player of all time.
Yeah, dog. That's my idol
No,
when it
he
comes to football. Like I don't think there's a player that I could say that I respect more than Aaron Donald.
Yeah, I think so for sure. He is one of the best ever. He is a pleasure to watch, and he does have a lot of all day moments that are just freak of nature plays.
Like I think the last time someone had a game winning sack in the Super Bowl, it was like in the 90s or like the 80s or something like that.
Mm-hmm. It's something you definitely don't see a lot, and he put it all on the line. All the hours he put on and off the field, his entire life came to that moment, and he showed up, which I think we all expected Aaron Donald to do. So, so happy for him. And I think I remember his raw emotion after that play too. Just knowing what he did was, I'm getting goosebumps just talking about it. It's so amazing.
Yeah, bro.
All right,
Crazy to watch.
so last one. This is about your brother Owa, who played for the Giants back in 2015, 2016. Are there any lessons that you've been able to learn from his experience in the league?
Yeah, taking care of my body is the main thing that I've taken away from my brother's whole experience. And just like at UCLA too, because he did have like double hip surgeries,
Mm-hmm.
which is kind of what it was. But he did a good job taking care of his body. But like he was like pinnacle of human athletics in my eyes growing up. So like seeing that
Amazing.
he only played 2 years due to injuries kind of like let me know to be like very very well about like very good about taking care of my
Yeah.
body.
No, that's good. You have him to lean on for sure. He seems just like an amazing mentor and someone to look up to, man. So happy that you have him, that you can learn from those experiences, man. But Osa, this has been fun. Everyone, I just posted Osa's socials. Go show him some love from the Audi community. So he just feels extra welcome today. But Osa, thank you so much for this time. Again, I'm an Eagles fan, but rooting for you so hard this season. I'll be keeping an eye out on you. Definitely scary to watch,
Thank
but
you.
best luck to you. Big shout out from Cowboys Nation in the chat, and we'd love to have
Yes,
you back on
sir.
in the
Shout out
future.
Cowboys Nation. Thank you guys.
All right, take care, man. We'll see you.